All right, so this video is by request. I had some of you requesting for me to check some of my library of backward compatible Xbox 360 games via my Xbox One X being upscaled to 4K on the Oled. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pretty much tell you how it looks. Here's the thing, guys. These games are running at a very low resolution. Like some of them are going 720p, the highest. Some of them would go as like maybe 900p, but it's mainly 720p. Okay, so when you have 720p being upscaled to 4K, you can't really expect the image to be super sharp detailed. But considering this is OLED, I think you will benefit from a better detail on the screen. So without any further ado, let's do Fight Night Champion, and let's do Mike Tyson versus Tommy Morrison, and let's do this. Let's go back to the 80s. And it looks beautiful, man. I mean, the way the lights pop out of the screen and the deep dark levels on the OLED, it's something that you gotta see, man. The way the every and each color pops, the shadows, everything. It's like my friend Luke M Tech. A shout out to Luke, my friend Luke M Tech. Like he said, it's like three dimensional, but it's something you have to see for yourself. Drifter will tell you he has a OLED TV. Andrew Clayton, God, there's so many. They will all tell you. Mario Looney, my friend, Wayne Strudwick, they will all tell you the same thing. Howdy, my friend Howdy, I consider him a friend. Howdy will tell you the same thing, that everything looks three-dimensional. Guys, everything looks better on the OLED. And you're going to say, well, how could you say that, Mr. 4K? How could you say that? Well, I can say that because I have. I have LCD televisions. I have plenty of LCD televisions. I got X900E. I have QLED. I have Samsung KS8000. You guys know how many of these backlit LED, LCD televisions I have. So I know the difference. I know the difference. And I also have TCLR 670. All right? So you guys know that I have it. You know that I'm here telling you unbiased truth. Now, what QLED is doing and what Vizio is doing with their new series, it's pretty darn good for an LCD, okay? Make no mistake, that's pretty darn good for an LCD technology. But don't fool yourself thinking that you're going to get the OLED type of viewing angles, the OLED type of deep dark levels, the OLED type of a picture quality. You ain't going to get that. Okay? That's just a fact. And I'm trying to say this in the most sincere possible way. Okay? Now, how does the Fight Night Champion looks here on the OLED? Runs good, runs smooth. Here's my Xbox One X controller. Looks great. The response time is pretty good. The input lag, it's honestly, I think it's 21. Some people say 23. I think it's 21, dude. It's got to be 21 or 22. Because it feels to me like a 21 millisecond. But even for an OLED, 23, even okay, let's just circle a 23 millisecond response time. Even 23 milliseconds, that's pretty darn good for an OLED. Okay, but for me, it feels like a 21 millisecond response time. All right, let's go jump to another game. Okay, we have tested a Fight Night Champion. Let's go jump to something else. All right, let's jump into Metro Last Light Redux. Remember, this is the original game, the original Xbox 360 game. There's no, any kind of like extra touches here. All right. Hey, look at this. Even game like this that's running probably at 900p, being upscaled to 4K. It's not even 1080p. Look at this game and look at how beautiful this is. Okay, look at this screen. This is not even HDR. There's honestly, with OLED, you don't even need HDR, and it looks that great.
Now I am in the new spider-infested catacombs, where the General Secretary Moscow does not look like a head spider. That title clearly belongs to General Corporal. I sure would like to know what's on his mind. Did Lesninsky bring him from T6? What's going to destroy the enemies of the revolution? Only questions and no answers. The only thing that is clear.
I mean, look at these deep dark levels, and just look how beautiful the light's being represented with the shadows and everything. Well, I got killed. But anyway, you catch my drift. It looks great. Let's do Ace Combat 6. This is the Xbox 360 game as well. Metro Redux, it's very dark. You know, the Metro Redux, it's really inside the tunnels, underground, so there's plenty of darkness there. But even there, where there's dark, it still looks beautiful, you know. And it's not even HDR. It's not even 1080p, okay, and it still looks great. All right. Even this game, this is 720p, guys. 720p, no HDR. Here we are. A game that's old, an Xbox 360 game, and here we are. And you will see shortly just how good it looks on the OLED. No matter what you play on this television, it's going to look great. You know. Now, sure, the graphics in this game are, you know, outdated because it's an old game and old engine, whatnot, but still, you know, it looks great. So here we go. This is the in-game engine right here. Sure, there's some jagged edged lines. You know, there's nothing we can do about that because it's using a Xbox 360 architecture. But it's still good. You know, it still looks great. See, this is the thing. This is what I was telling people. It's like no matter what you are watching on the OLED, it's gonna look good because it's an emissive panel. You know, people always ask me, well, why do you keep repeating yourself saying emissive panel? Because that's a very important thing to remember. That it doesn't require any backlit. No LCD panel can achieve that level of detail because it's emitting with a backlit. It's emitting with a light source to emit on the LCD panel. And when you're doing that, the light has to go through somewhere. The light will have to leak through somewhere. Okay? No matter how many local dimensions you put on there, that light has to leak through somewhere. On the OLED, it's emitting by itself. So therefore, the only light that comes out is from the pixel. It doesn't come from anywhere from the back. That's like me in basic terms explaining it to you.
There's a nice view of the King's Bridge from our house. That iron giant is the pride of Grayson area, our capital city.
All right, let's skip through this. All right, here we go. I mean, it still looks pretty darn good, man. You know, even after all these years, I gotta tell you, the Ace Combat 6, I think Ace Combat 6 was way ahead of its times. Seriously, when I look at the graphics now, considering how it is today, I think this game was way ahead of its times in terms of graphics. I remember when I was playing this game, when it was originally released, I was like, whoa. I mean, whoa, this looks amazing. I still have my flight stick from Ace Combat 6, but it only works for the Xbox 360. And I do have my Xbox 360. It's somewhere out there in my box in the storage. You know. But look, guys, it looks great. You know, this video is by request. I'm not making this video because I wanted to. I'm making this video because there's a few people out there who wanted to see this, who wanted to see me showcase the Xbox 360 backward compatible games on the OLED, and that's what this is about. Man, I gotta tell you, this looks pretty darn good. It's hard to believe that this is actually an Xbox 360 game. Wow. This game was way ahead of its times, man. I mean, graphically, this is pretty amazing, dude. Seriously. And it looks great on the OLED here, man. I mean, anything looks great. No matter what I put on there, no matter what I play, just looks great. I mean, look at the graphics in this game, man. It's truly, I don't know, dude. It's just so bizarre. Some games, you know, when you look at like Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, man, in some of these games, they never get old. They never age that bad because they were so ahead of its time, man. Look at the smoke effect here. It looks amazing, dude. Wow, this is great, man. As you can see, it looks great, runs great. Very impressive. Some of these games, guys, they never get old. This is hard to believe that this is actually a game that was released in 2007, right? It's pretty hard to believe, though. 2007, right? Or was it 2008? I think it was 2007. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Use the Google, Wikipedia, whatever. Please, that's okay. Correct me. But damn, man. And it looks great. Looks great on the Xbox One X. Looks great on the OLED. You gotta remember, we got Alpha 9 chip here that also helps upscaling. We also have obviously Xbox One X as well that helps with the upscaling, and we got the OLED, dude. You know, when you add all of these elements, sure, it's gonna look great. I'm still impressed. I was like, holy crap, I can't believe it, man. All right, let's jump to another game here. This is great, man. This looks great. All right, Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic 2. Let's go check it out. Now, this is the Xbox game. This is not even 360. This is the Xbox One. I mean the Xbox 2001 original console. LucasArts. I believe Casey Hudson worked on this game from BioWare. I think he was also the one responsible for the Mass Effect. You know. All right, let's skip through this. Now you have to remember, guys, this game back then didn't have 16 by 9 high definition widescreen televisions. They came later on in 2005, 2006. So only thing we had was 4 by 3. Okay, that's what we were watching back then. 4 by 3. That's what we had. So this is how it was. So that's why you see screen look like that, and there's half of it missing on the left and the right. Let's see how it looks. It's not bad. It's pretty darn good, man. I mean, sure, the graphics are outdated, but remember, it's not all about the graphics. Sometimes it's about the RPG elements of it, role-playing elements of it, role-playing gameplay, storyline. That's the key, strongest point of this game was its storyline and the adventure. But it looks great, runs great. And considering this game, it's how many years old? Since 2002? Almost, well, let me see. Let's say 17, 18 years. Let's say 18 years. It's a long time, dude. I mean, it looks great. I gotta do a live stream of this one day, and play through this entire campaign, because this game it's really good, man. If you guys never played Star Wars: The Night of the Old Republic 2, I highly suggest that you guys do. All right, so let's go jump to another game. I'm trying to go through as many games as possible because this video it's something that was being asked of me to do. So I'm trying to do a favor. So for those of you who say I don't do any requests, I do. Sometimes I go in there when I have time. I do try to look at your requests and I try to deliver. All right, so the next step is Dead Space 3. Let's go check it out. This one should look pretty good. Here we go, Xbox 360. Remember, I just lost my what I was going to say. What I was going to say is just remember that these are very old games and don't expect the sharpness and detail to be like top notch, but it's pretty darn good considering that you're playing a very old game. You have to remember, some of you probably weren't even born when these games were released. If you are like 12 years old, 13 years old, so this is before your time. But remember, back then this was pretty outstanding. Back then this was considered like, whoa, state of the art, whatever. And here we go. It looks great.
It's a dead end. Looks like someone shut up bulkheads for quarantine.
Can we cut through it?
No. It's too thick. But it might cycle open if I can power it up.
you don't even need HDR here, because when you have this OLED technology built into it, you really get every and each light emit the way it should be. Because remember, the whole idea of HDR is to bring you that contrast, to bring you that color gamut, to enhance the contrast levels between the black digital levels and white bright levels and the color gamut. Now with the OLED, you already have HDR. With everything. I don't even, the HDR is just a little extra icing on the cake, and that's what another thing that I need to emphasize that people don't seem to understand. On your LCD panel, yes, HDR is welcome, and tone mapping better be good on that HDR, because that will determine how good it will look on that LCD LED panel. This is why when you buy a cheap LCD LED television, 4K television for $350 or $380, don't expect that HDR to be top notch. It's not going to look top notch. I had people always ask me these questions. Why is it that my HDR look washed out on my games when I'm playing them? Why does my movies look washed out on HDR? That's because you probably got a really low end, low color gamut, like not even full white color gamut, probably like mid-range color gamut, like maybe 68% DC IP3. Color measurement, like color accuracy is probably not going to be that great. What I'm trying to say in other terms is, if you got a really mediocre color gamut and mediocre spectrum of colors on that TV, don't expect HDR to be great. If you got a vertical alignment panel, if you got a like 30 or 28 local dimming zones, not that much, you can't expect that TV to bring you that picture quality. All right, now on the OLED you already got that. On the OLED you already set. It doesn't matter which OLED you buy. You can go with a C6, B6, you can go with a C7. Any of these OLEDs will give you that nice emissive picture quality. And that's the case here as well. And I'm doing my best here to show you this. It's kind of difficult to show this through a camera. This is what I always tell people. It's very difficult for me to show you this through a camera. It's something you got to see with your own two eyes. Can we climb up here? Yes, we can. I'm not doing any gameplay here. I just want you to see how it looks, because I'm trying to rush through these games so you can see them. Because remember, this is something that was being asked of me. Look at how natural that light looks here. Even on this old Xbox 360 game. And remember, back then, this was remarkable. I remember Splinter Cell. When the Splinter Cell came out, the shadows and the light, it was groundbreaking, man. What Ubisoft did with the shadows and the light when it first came out on the Xbox, that was groundbreaking, man. All of these games were groundbreaking back then. They were original because it was something that we haven't experienced. Not only was it a groundbreaking technology in graphics, but it was also groundbreaking IPs, new original ideas. And I think that's something that the Xbox is lacking right now, and the PlayStation, it's picking up on that as always with the games that's coming out by the end of this month. Days Gone, it's like a Grand Theft Auto with zombies. Like a Red Dead Redemption with zombies or something like that. There you go. Alright, so let's try one more game. Alright, so I saved the last for the best. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I know. That's why I saved it. The last for the best. Here we go. Man, I played a hell out of this game. How many consoles have I bought just for this game? With that red ring of death. Oh, Jesus. Red ring of death. How many Xbox 3 consoles I had to go through. And how many times I have to put it with a warm towel. There was this towel I have to use, a warm towel, in hope that the red ring of death would go away. You guys know what I'm talking about. You have to wrap it with a towel, with a very hot towel, soaked with a hot water, hot towel, and then, oh man, good old days, huh? All right, let's skip through this. Black Ops 2. Hopefully they will do Black Ops 5. That will be a continuous story of Black Ops 2. You know, I would love to see that. You know, this is one of my favorite Black Ops 2. So let's do a campaign. Let's just jump into it. Let's resume the story. Let me show you too. I'm not gonna do any editing here. Here it is. Look at this, man. It just looks beautiful. Remember, this is 720p. This game, it's running at 720p. It's being upscaled to 4K. And look at the OLED. Look what the OLED's doing here, guys. Yeah. Man, this was a great game. Black Ops 2. Oh, both of them. First Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, but especially Black Ops 2, man. By the way, both of these games are available on the Xbox Store. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So if you're a Call of Duty fan, get yourself an Xbox One X, man. You're good to go. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. 60 frames per second. Nice. Looks great, man. What can I say, guys? I mean, no matter what I play, no matter what I try, it looks great on the OLED. You know, and I'm not trying to say this to act like some kind of an OLED fanboy, because you guys know that I'm not. Here, I died. Because you know, guys, that I'm not an OLED fanboy. This is just the truth. You know, I don't know why is this so difficult for people to understand. You asked me to go back to OLED. I went back to OLED. And I'm telling you, I still haven't experienced the burn-in. I'm not saying the burn-in doesn't exist, but I haven't experienced it in any of my OLED televisions, okay? And I have all these LCD, LED backlit televisions next to my OLED, and I can tell you that the OLED will give you a much better picture quality. I'm just dying here. I'm just dying like am I playing this on a hardest difficulty? Or do I just suck? Do I just suck at the Call of Duty Black Ops 2? Just remember, guys, everything I tell you here is just me trying to be genuine to you. Yes, you can game on the OLED. Whoever tells you that you can't play on the OLED, you can't play video games on the OLED, it's full of crap. Yes, you can play it. It has a good response time. It has the game mode built into it. Okay. You can easily game on the OLED. No issues, no problems. Okay. No input lag. I mean, there's like a 21, 22. People say 23. I think it's 21 milliseconds. It feels really smooth, man. But look, no matter what I say here, there will be people out there who's going to say, regardless of what I say, going to say, oh, this guy's full of it, blah, 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 even though they know that I'm not a fanboy, that I have all these televisions, and I'm just trying to be genuinely honest with you. You know, if OLED sucked, I would have told you. It sucks, but it doesn't. If it sucks, I wouldn't have it. Do you really think I would have it? Do you really think I would own it? Why? To satisfy you guys? Hell no. I'm doing it to satisfy me. Because I'm the one playing, I'm the one watching it. I'm telling you, giving a genuine, honest answer. And that's, it looks great. No matter what you throw at it, it's going to look great. Now, this also doesn't mean that you're not going to experience a great quality on your QLED or your Z90 or Z9F. Yes, you will. You will experience all that quality on your, you know, LCD, LED backlit televisions. But don't expect to have this kind of quality the way the OLED can achieve. It's just simply impossible. Well, on that note, there you have it, guys. It's been 30 minutes, half an hour. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video is really done by a request. Some of you requested of me to do this, so there you have it. I tested a bunch of Xbox 360, Xbox One games, and the one game that really impressed me was the Ace Combat 6. It really looks great, man, considering that's an old game, you know. I think 2007 or something like that, or 2008. I think 2007, but it looks great. Well, there you have it, guys. It looks great on the OLED. Fight Night Champion looks great as well. You know, what can I tell you? Looks great, and it should look great because it's OLED. It's OLED technology. All right, and I know that there's gonna be people out there that's gonna say that I'm trying to be like an OLED fanboy. I don't care. People are gonna think whatever they're gonna think. Okay, there's nothing I can do about that. Nor am I gonna worry about that. People will have their judgments about me no matter what I say. I don't care. You see me having all these televisions. I have close to 4,000 videos. You know I have credibility, so therefore, you know I'm not a fanboy. I'm just telling you the way it is, you know. And if you don't want to take that, if you don't want to believe me that the OLED has the best picture quality, then don't believe me. But that's my opinion. That's where I stand, and that's how I feel. If you want to believe that QLED has the best picture quality, then believe that. If you want to believe that Z90 is the best picture quality, then that's fine. Believe that. But I'm just telling you that you're never going to achieve this level of quality detail and the viewing angles the way the OLED does. You're never going to achieve that on the LCD panel. It's impossible to achieve that on LCD panel. If they could achieve it, then the LG would never bother with the OLED technology, would they now? If they could achieve that. But simply because they can achieve that, that's why they went with the OLED. That's why Sony went with the OLED. That's why Panasonic went to the OLED. That's why they're making these cell phones OLED. That's why iPhone is OLED. That's why all these phones are OLEDs, AMOLEDs, OLEDs. Why do you think they're using OLED panels on the VR headsets? Because it gives the best possible picture quality detail. And that's what you want when you're in the VR. I could talk about this all day long, guys, you know, but I just want you to know. And that's what I'm telling you. Well, there you have it. This video was done by request, so there you have it. 35 minutes, 33 minutes, whatever. You're welcome. I hope you enjoy this. Thank you. Cheers.